Hello boys and girls, it's Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. You are watching Glenn TV. Thank you very much for joining me. I am Edward Sleepy Pants. I could just literally lay down and just like fade away. However, before I get home and unload my groceries and hunker down for the evening, I had an observation that I wanted to share. I would like to say that Facebook is kind of like a place to collect your soul family and your oversoul connections for this lifetime. Basically, I was looking through Facebook, I was saying some happy birthdays, and I went some days ahead and just looked at some of the people that I had connections with. To give you some insight into my Facebook connections, I have almost 4,700. Yes, 4700 Facebook friends. And it's because I'm a Facebook ninja. Any time I came across someone that had other friends that energetically felt good or that seemed interesting, I would send a friend request. And once I got to a certain point that I shared so many friends with so many other people that, you know, I may send a friend request to someone and we have like 10, 20, 100, 150 friends. And I've seen one where I had like almost 400 common friends together. And what I noticed is my friend Daniel Scranton, his birthday's coming up like sometime in October. And I was looking forward, and I was going through a whole bunch of people before him, and I noticed that that person that I just really didn't know personally, I just had reached out to on Facebook to collect friends for whatever reason, that energetically felt good. And they were friends with Daniel and a lot of other people that I knew that, like, I really did actually know that were friends and acquaintances that I had spent some time, physical time and space and time with. And looking through these people that I didn't know, they shared common friends with people that I did know. And the deeper and deeper that I looked into it, like Daniel and some other people that I know, like personally, shared a lot of other common friends, that people that I never even had met and that were not friends with them at the time that I sent a friend request to that person. So there's all these energetic connections and threads in this lifetime, and you can, looking at Facebook with all this interconnectivity between different people, you can actually start to see these threads of oversoul connections and soul families kind of coming together in an electronic format. I just found that really interesting, all these different soul connections that were coming up. And as I was going through these friends, one of my objectives was to go through like all future birthdays. Everybody has a birthday, so I kind of filter through all the people and I look at their picture and energetically get a feel for them. And if they don't feel like right for my vibration and for the direction of 5D Earth, I unfriend them. And most of them were just people that I sent a friend request to that seemed interesting at the time. And now almost having 4,700, only having 300 friend requests left for real people in space and time, I'm thinning out the ones that I don't feel energetic connections with. And then by doing so, I came across these other really interesting interconnectivity between other people. So I just wanted to share that. I wondered if anybody else has made those types of observations as well, that I don't know if a lot of other people really, reach out to people that aren't physically their friends or they haven't met in space and time. I reached out to people that energetically felt really interesting to me, and now shifting through with my new energy, some of them are not in alignment with where my objectives are now energetically. So I just kind of filtered some of them out. So that's what I wanted to share before I go home and the day is done. Thank you very much for joining me, Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. You are watching Glenn TV, and try not to fall asleep. Coaching, life, business, and spiritual, also retreats, naps in between. Down below in the description, there are many things going on, the email address and websites, mine and many, many others. Please follow the link that speaks to your heart and not to your mind, and you'll find the information you wanted in this lifetime. Apologize for that. And if you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, and share. And definitely comment, send me email directly or leave comments below on what you think of like that whole thought of oversoul and energetic connections in this lifetime, especially in the way that I've reached out to friends. It's interesting that the people I reached out to ended up having connections with other people that I, down the line in space and time, had connections with that weren't connections at the time, and we're still interconnected with all these other people that I actually really know. It's really interesting. So thank you very much for joining me.